Hello, my name is Cortland Barry, and today I will be responding to my classmate Tyler Hook's hypothetical. The hypothetical is, assume you are a lead journalist for a film website or magazine. You and your team often report big news such as new films and TV series coming from large companies such as Disney, Warner Brothers, and Universal. You are invited to a movie set one day to get a first look and market material for the newest Universal blockbuster. At a break from filming, you are passing time in a break area when you notice the lead actor from the film become irritated with a female assistant. He screams at her, berates her with sexist remarks and verbal abuse. It causes a big scene while the conflict is ultimately de-escalated. A PR rep comes to speak with you and every other guest on the scene that day, explaining that the outburst was just a result of a bad day and asks that the altercation does not leave the scene. Unfortunately, the same actor has been in the news prior due to court case based on abuse allegations from an ex-wife that they have yet to be resolved. Your editor doesn't want you to break the story as it could lead to less explicit movie content for the studio and thus less profit and business. On the other hand, the story could prove indication in allowing the court to do its justice. What avenue would you take in terms of reporting the story or not reporting it? In all honesty, if I was a journalist, I wouldn't report the story because I feel like there should be a line drawn when you're doing work for somebody, or like when you're on set of TV and stuff like that. I feel like I wouldn't report what the actor did because even though what I seen him like the outbursts and stuff like that, I don't know the full story. And his prior case of what he did in his private life is, if it's not relating to the film, I don't see that it's necessary to report it. Because if I report it and just in case it makes the blogs and the headlines and stuff, and it does somehow end up in the court system, what if they want to call me to testify on what I witnessed? I feel like the incident doesn't have anything to do with the divorce he's going through with his wife. I feel that if I did report this story, that a lot of actors would turn away from, my website or magazine, whatever I'm doing, because they're gonna feel like, hey, if they may take something, if I'm having a bad day, they may take it out of context and put it in the blogs, and it has me looking like a bad person when I'm not, because I do believe everybody has bad days. So I wouldn't report the story because of the simple fact I don't know the full details of it, and reporting the story, I could lose business. So I could lose business from Disney, Warner Brothers, and Universal, and those are some of the biggest names in films and stuff. So I won't get any. First, I could possibly lose my job. Then, even if I lose my job, my company or the company that I'm working for could still suffer because of my actions. So I wouldn't report the story, and I would let the court system run its course and do what the court feels like they should do within that divorce, because the incident, by reporting what he did in the blogs, it can be misused. I feel like it could be misused in court. It could possibly help the case, but then it can also harm the case as well. And I feel like in a case like that, because my job is to be a lead journalist for my company. So I want to be a journalist, and I want to leave the court where it's at and let the court handle how it's going to handle. And that's how I feel about this hypothetical. And again, I'm replying to my classmate Tyler Hook's post.